With the preseason of the MLB starting, I thought it would be cooler to talk about the Mets' early preseason so far and players to watch and to look out for. So first up, starting with some pitchers, we got the Mets' probably number one pitcher, Jacob deGrom. I don't think he has yet pitched in the preseason because they don't want to injure any of their amazing players, but he's definitely going to be amazing this year. And 2020 was probably one of his best years yet. So maybe in 2021 he can be even better, or almost as good at least. Next up we have Syndergaard, who is coming off Tommy John surgery, which he got at the around January of 2020. He will be back in May of this year. So he normally throws fastballs, but with his Tommy John surgery, I don't know if Syndergaard's going to be as good, or maybe he'll be better. So that's also something to look out for. Also, we have the next pitcher, Peterson. In 2020, he was a bit rocky. He had a pretty good ERA, ups and downs, some great games, some horrible games. So I think he could be a serious pitcher. Next, we have Stroman, who was also out like Syndergaard in 2020 because he hurt his elbow and he was out due to coronavirus. I think that Stroman is going to perform well because he performed well at the end of the 2019 season. So he's definitely someone to look out for. And also in the Mets starting lineup is Carrasco, I think. Yeah, and he always was pretty good on the Indians, so hopefully he'll be good on the Mets. Next up, we have relief pitchers. So starting off with Lugo, who may be in the lineup sometimes, depending on how the Mets lineup looks for starting pitchers. He was pretty good last year. Because he's not a starter pitcher, he didn't have much stamina to go on for more than 3 or 4 innings. But in one of the games last year, he had 17 pitches and 3 shutout innings, which I thought was pretty amazing for a reliever who was playing as a starter. But, yeah. So also we have Justin Wilson, the young reliever in the lineup, who pitched well in 2019, not as great as 2020, and hopefully will pitch pretty well in 2021. Next, we have Miguel Castro, a great fastball thrower, throwing at 100 miles an hour. The only thing with Miguel Castro that is not good is how many balls he throws. He throws way too many balls instead of strikes. So if he can work on throwing strikes, I think he would be an amazing reliever. Lastly, we're going to talk about Edwin Diaz and Jeurys Familia, 2 terrible players. Nothing much else to say there. They have not been good the past 2 years, and hopefully they can at least improve a bit. So now we're going to talk about the Mets starting lineup. So first up, we have Conforto in the lineup. He's not first in the lineup, but we're going to talk about him first. He was an amazing hitter last year, hitting about 400 batting average. We have Nimmo, also an amazing hitter. Davis, also an amazing hitter. Alonso, the polar bear, a great home run hitter who already hit a grand salami in the preseason. And we got Ramos, Lindor, the new shortstop. And that's basically the Mets starting lineup. They have an amazing lineup. And their consistency in their lineup is amazing. Tons of great hitters, tons of great pitchers. This is going to be an interesting year for the Mets. In other news, we have some important announcements. First up, we have more podcasts coming soon, some of which are only going to include me, and some of which are going to include special guests like Ben and Jacob from the last podcasts. The next announcement is going to be a new video coming soon, NFL postseason recap. So be ready for that, because it's going to be amazing. We're going to be talking about the entire NFL postseason of the 2020-2021 NFL season. So make sure to stay tuned for that. That's going to do it for today's video. Have a wonderful day.